Hi, I'm Kevin Ryan. Welcome to Lambton College and ICS 340-7 online laboratory experiments. First, we're going to start off with the RTD laboratory. Now, the RTD works on resistance temperature detection. If we take a look, there's three wires. These three wires are, two of these wires are used for resistance measurement. The third wire is for resistance compensation. If this RTD was up on a tower 20 feet away from our transmitter, there would be wire resistance between the RTD and the transmitter. So for the first part of the experiment, we're going to measure across all three leads to see if there's any resistance difference. So if I plug these into the multimeter, I'm going to note that across the black and white wire, we have a resistance of 110 ohms. Now, will this resistance change upon temperature? We take our RTD, plug it into the water to see if there's any change whatsoever in temperature. As you notice that the temperature is going up, so across these two wires, there is a change in temperature. Now, if we take out and measure across the white wire and the silver wire, and again take out the RTD, place it in the water, and notice there is no resistance change whatsoever. So, concluding that across our black and white wire is our actual resistance measurement. Across the white and silver wire is for our resistance temperature compensation. So for the first part of this lab, we're going to heat up the water to 100 degrees Celsius. And watch our resistance change across our black and white wire accordingly. Now I'm just going to wait till this gets up to around 100 degrees Celsius and then start our experiment. For our experiments here today in ICS 340 RTD lab, we're going to be using a PT100 3-wire RTD, which changes 0.385 ohms per degree Celsius. Now the PT100, at 100 ohms, it is 0 degrees Celsius. At 138.5 ohms, it is 100 degrees Celsius. We're also going to be using a beaker filled with water, a magnetic stirrer, a hot plate, a retort stand, and a Rosemount Alphaline 644 temperature transmitter, along with crushed ice. Okay, so for the second step of our lab, we'll be measuring across, again, our black and white wires for our 3-wire RTD. We're going to place our RTD So we're going to place our RTD inside the water, boiling at about 99.8 degrees Celsius, and we're going to wait till our resistance measurement balances out. So at 99.9 degrees Celsius, we're at 138 ohms. For the second part of our lab, we're going to put in ice into the beaker, decreasing our temperature by 10 degrees Celsius. Also, we're going to take the heat down, turn it down, and slowly introduce the ice. Waiting for our next temperature will be 90 degrees Celsius. So at 90 degrees Celsius, we are at 134.6 ohms. Decreasing our temperature to 80 degrees Celsius will be our next step. At 80 degrees Celsius, we are reading 131.0 ohms. Now we'll take the ice and decrease it down to 70 degrees. At 70 degrees Celsius, we are reading 127.2 ohms. Now decrease it down 10 degrees to 60 degrees Celsius. At 60 degrees Celsius, we are reading 124.1 ohms. Next step, 50 degrees.